Round one.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Too easy.
Peggy 18.
I'll put everything I've got into this punch.
I will show them the true nature of the force.
Security safe.
I'm just gonna take us live. Why not? I was technically talking about on the stream itself, and I was streaming it through Discord. But okay, so this is the first official stream. I have no idea how to introduce this. Do you guys want to try it? Joe, anything?
BFM, right?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna go over a few things, college football 25 related. First things first, because Trent hasn't seen it. The deep dive video. Any thoughts going into it, Trent?
I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know how I have avoided it, but the closer we get to it, the more excited I am for it.
Well, yeah, let's give it a watch.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here, and welcome to the official EA Sports College Football 25 Gameplay Deep Dive.
I realized 1 second. It's our first time. Watch what I'm showing live.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here, and welcome to the official EA Sports College Football 25 Gameplay Deep Dive. Today's focus is on the exciting new Campus IQ gameplay feature set, which includes the new wear and tear system, player abilities, home field advantage, unique playbooks, and a host of new mechanics that deliver the explosive, fast-paced gameplay unique to college football. Let's get into it. The new wear and tear system changes how you approach every snap. Wear and tear is a progressive player health system that prioritizes strategic substitutions and diverse play calling to keep your players healthy. With wear and tear, every hit matters, but not all hits have the same impact. And a single hit, like a blow to a quarterback's throwing arm, can change everything, just like it can in real life. Every hit scales differently and will have unique effects on a player's performance as damage and fatigue add up over the course of a game. Managing wear and tear is critical to your team's success, both in a single game and over the course of a season. In EA Sports College Football 25, we're introducing both mental and physical player abilities that help separate highly skilled players from untested freshmen. In contrast to the pros, where superstar talent is generally balanced across the league, the player abilities in college were designed to showcase the overall discrepancy in player and team skill levels. Physical abilities boost attributes
They always
like
make it seem so
tackles,
detailed.
or can provide protection from wear and
You
tear.
should read the deep dive
Mental
article.
abilities
It's nuts.
enhance intangible traits
Yeah, it
like leadership,
takes you a good
pre-snap
15, 20
clarity at the
minutes
line
at
of
least to
scrimmage,
read.
and staying
It just keeps
calm
going.
under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Here you
I thought
can
it was
see
just
the
because it was on
Stadium
my
Pulse
phone,
meter
and then
is
I
maxed
pulled it
out,
up on my
but the
computer, and I was
visiting
like,
quarterback does not
"No,
have
it's
the mental
still quite the
ability
scroller."
and strong, which provides resistance to distractions. The visiting quarterback here does have head
They've
strong
had
active,
how
so
many
he can
years to
see the
prepare
field more
this?
clearly and will be less
4?
prone to mistakes for this
Yeah,
play.
I said I've been working on
A
it 3 or
player
4.
can have up to 8 abilities, and they can scale in effectiveness, providing situational advantages throughout a game that ignite the dynamic and unpredictable moments that make college football so exciting. From Tiger Stadium to Happy Valley, we're pumping the sights and sounds of the most iconic and daunting home field environments right into your living room. And with home field advantage, the host team has the upper hand. As the visiting team, you'll face various degrees of home field advantages impacting confidence and composure levels, on-field performance, and more.
I like
home
that.
field advantage will disorient players with lower composure levels more than it will for the level-headed players.
Wobbly routes.
Decisions like audibles and hot routes will become more
Interested to see if
difficult
they cap it
because these
off on
stadiums
small
will be
schools as
rocky.
well.
So it's more important than ever to keep your team in manageable down
Like
and distance
LSU Death
situations.
Valley should be louder
With
than, Sam
134
Houston
FBS
State.
teams to choose from in EA Sports College Football 25,
You think
the
they
wide
would?
range of play styles is something you can't experience
They all can't be
anywhere
the
else.
same.
No.
From wide splits in Oklahoma,
But if you
to
have like a
triple
50-game
option in
winning
Air
streak
Force,
going in a row at
to
Sam Houston
Michigan's
State,
dominant ground game, the playbook variety makes for
will you
unique
climb the rank even
matchups
though high
every
can be
game.
fine?
Fake out your rivals with new user reverse handoffs.
I don't think
Explore the
Sam
new
Houston
option
State because they were
game
showing
and other
in the
new
video.
trick plays. With
They
more
do have a
teams
smaller
throwing the ball
stadium.
all over the field,
Right.
College Football 25's revamped passing
Could be like
mechanic
Texas State
adds
where they're missing a
control
whole
and
level.
variation to every drop back. To expand player variation at quarterback, we focused on tuning situational throws and an array of new trajectories that will provide
Jarrett's already
more
in the chat,
passing
which is
control
cool.
with a timed button press. Other new gameplay mechanics will give you more control before and after the snap. Adjust the length of your primary route with custom
Not even.
stems. Switch players directionally with the new switch stick for post-snap control. Master the new kicking meter and call a number of new hot routes at the line. For more on gameplay and playbooks, check out the Campus Huddle blog. Subscribe today to get the latest EA Sports
You
College
got more
Football
people viewing than
25
following.
news.
That's always
To
good,
make it
right?
game day every
Yeah.
day this season, pre-order the MVP.
All right. So, that's that one. What did you think, Trent?
I mean, I'm pretty excited. A lot of it looks kind of like Madden,
Mhm.
but
I mean, it's the same engine. It's getting all right. So, Jarrett wants to know, what in the world is this channel? Is this league open for me to join? What do we think? Is this league open for Jarrett to join?
I believe he might have a top 10 pick as of right now.
Let's see. Where is Jarrett at in that?
Probably
Jarrett.
7th.
7th? Oh no, Jarrett picks 5th. Fancy.
We lost all our screens, it looks like.
What's up?
Oh, no, we're back.
You might just be a
My
little bit
screen's
delayed.
frozen.
Your Discord again?
yeah, but we're good.
I don't know. I mean, if you need to leave and come back, you can.
No, I was looking on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Twitch streams can be a little bit delayed, I want to say. Should be anyway.
So who has the first overall pick?
First overall pick right now is Tony.
It's Tony.
Yeah.
And who did he say he's
It
picking?
disappears a bunch. Okay, interesting. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was gonna do that. He hasn't said yet. So
He has no idea.
Why
he
not?
hasn't even
I
looked
mean, he's
into
got the number one pick. I mean, you might as well just say something.
Okay, you should
He
be
said he
excited.
doesn't even know who he's going to pick.
What?
Mm-mm.
That's not very exciting.
Nope.
So yeah, current league pick order. We'll go over that. At least we had 10 people from a little contest we did at the start of the year, right? It's Tony, Joe, Ben, then Justin, Jarrett, Nick, Travis, Caleb, Trent, and then me. So that's current order, and then we got 4 other people signed up as well. Their orders, the order they pick in will be determined later.
How
So-
is that going to get picked?
Good old wheel spin. All hail the
Yeah.
wheel. All hail the wheel.
Funny that Tony's 1 and I'm 2, and now we're doing a real spin.
So next, since we alluded to it, I guess we can go over the deep dive article. Well, so you can cover it with us, Trent. So yeah, the deep dive. The deep dive is super freaking long.
Hit me with the cliff notes.
Yeah, look at
Did you see how far I'm scrolling? It just keeps going.
It's insane.
Yeah.
that. We read that. The whole thing.
So the big
So
thing.
with the wear and tear thing, so it's like if you get hit super hard, it's going to be harder on the body than.
Yeah.
You know.
And from the sounds of it, if you kind of ignore it, you could like end up with an injury. But at the very least, it's going to affect attributes.
Okay.
So you see, actually, right here, not the entire article, just this line. Every limb and body part of player is linked with, unique attributes. For instance, if your quarterback's throwing arm receives a significant hit, you'll notice a decrease in your throw power and accuracy. So attributes will literally drop. Damage to the legs will impact direction and acceleration. So basically, you have to give them, as it says here, time to recover, whether that's, taking them off the field during timeouts, halftime, or even between weeks. So then they have actual, like, screens, too, that'll come up showing, where they're hurt. Well, where they're taking damage. And, yeah, so it goes pretty into depth in that. And then, like, it was only briefly covered in the video. They've changed up the option game. There's different pitch types. They've changed RPOs. The coverage shells. This is something I'm excited about. You can now disguise your coverage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, you can, if you want, you could come out every play looking like you're in cover 4. So 4 guys deep. And then it could be nice. It could be, 2 man cover 2.
Good old fashioned blitz all.
Oh yeah. The abilities, I know some people were worried about this at first. The way I'm reading this is they kind of work like 2K badges. That's what it sounds like to me, especially because you got different tiers. So it's not like X Factor with, just
no, depending on what your badge is determines how good or bad it is.
Yeah.
Like if you have a bronze juke, you can juke like a yard over. Silver juke is 2 yards. Gold is like 3 yards.
Right. And none of them are
versus that, and you juke and some guy's legs go spaghetti and he is still cheering for himself on the sideline.
Good old spaghetti legs. But yeah, and none of them, like, I know X Factor, I'm pretty sure was like a surefire thing, whereas these are not. So if you had an X Factor in the zone, they were winning that one-on-one. Say it was a pass rusher, they were winning the one-on-one like every snap.
Yeah.
Not so much here. And yeah, you can have, was it like 3 mental badges and 5 physical?
Yeah, 8 total.
Yeah.
Those are just earned?
Yep, I think they just kind of accumulate as the player develops.
Like the squiggly lines that you're seeing in the crowd atmosphere, like if your quarterback is dead set, it doesn't phase him. So like stuff like that, it's not just quarterbacks. I'm sure like running backs and stuff like that have it too. Or linebackers and DBs on defense.
So yeah, a bunch of different abilities. They talk about the tiers here. Confidence, composure. The coach vision is how you'll see, your wear and tear, how your players are feeling. Like I said, this thing just keeps going. There's home field advantage, which was a staple in the old games. Jarrett wants to know about the week 1 Travis and Joe rivalry. We can get to that in a second if you want. Oh yeah, they added a whole bunch of hot routes. The pictures aren't loading now, which is fun. Let me try to refresh this. Up. So yeah, they added a whole bunch of new hot routes. You get like 12 hot routes, I believe, pre-snap now. So, just some guess. Nice. Yep. The passing is a little bit different. There's now a meter, which I interpret as like 2K shot meter. You can see here. Yep. Oh, the switch stick. This is one I've been hearing a lot about. Do you want to explain this one, Joe? Are you familiar with it?
So basically, like if you're looking on the video, he switches the defend. Oh, we lost him.
And Trent's gone. And he's back. All right, let's try
So
that again.
if you flip the stick, you're basically, it's like your safety will flip his hips, and instead of going for someone over here, he can switch over. He'll go for someone over here. So you got to be careful because if you throw a deep ball, just because this guy's open, if the safety's lurking, he can switch over and user intercept it there.
Well, and I think it's a little more than that too. You can literally use it to directionally switch players on the field, as opposed to just hitting circle or B. Oh yeah, people are talking about it a lot.
The video is the safety. The rest of them.
Yeah. Let's see, playbooks. There's a bunch of new plays. They're bringing back like flex bone, all that. Their options going to be a big thing, which I, of course, am very excited for.
Yeah, I bet.
See right here, flex bone option offense also introduced triple option midline rocket toss, counter option zone dive. I know everyone's very excited to see me do that.
That's are going to become the next military academy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be driving you guys nuts. Oh yeah, there's a new kick meter. So kicking's, I think I tried it. Technically shouldn't talk about that, but they had it in the beta, and I tried it, and it's a lot harder.
A lot harder.
That's what I'll say. The beta for Madden. Because you have, it's hard to see here in this GIF, but you have a side-to-side accuracy meter, and then you have to determine your power by how long like you hold X or A. Which it talks about here. And yeah, that's about it. A lot of it's atmosphere, but it's a very long deep dive, and it's a shame, in my opinion, that they haven't given us anything since.
They had to get Madden out there.
It's been like 3 weeks, you know. Not recent enough. So, Joe, do you have any comments on your week 1 rivalry with Travis?
I didn't know we had one. I didn't know it was set in stone.
I thought it was. I have it on my list.
I mean, he's been talking about it, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I guess because I
Is that a
haven't
for
talked
sure
about
thing?
He
that's up
wants to. I mean, I have no problem doing it. That'd be fun.
That's
Week
up
one?
to the two of you.
We can do a week 0 game.
There we go.
So yeah, that's something we're planning on allowing for the league is everyone can schedule their non-conference games. We're looking at least 2 user games per user, like non-conference. So just, you know, so you have to actually play some people. You don't have an easy cupcake schedule. And it should put, like a good, depending on how many people we have, 4 or 5 user games per season. At least, depending on the conference spread. I guess technically if everyone ends up in the Mountain West, you know, it'll get a little hectic that first year. But, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, it's a real shame they haven't given us anything in 3 weeks. I've been itching for news. Like, they're giving us nothing. There was...
I mean, they did give you a 30-page article. I mean...
I think it was
what do you want from me, Kyle?
I want everything.
Just give me the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle and I were already breaking down, like, all right, so this stadium was listed as number what? This one was listed at this. These team overalls are all listed at this. And then they came back and said, these team overalls are not actually true.
Oh, yeah.
So I crumbled up that paper and threw it away.
You saw that in the video, right? Goes through the team select screen, which actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. There were a bunch of overalls, and I know some of them were like freaking people out. Like Iowa was, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was like a 90 overall, and they were not good at all. But at the very bottom here, it literally says player and team ratings shown are not final.
Yeah, did not read that.
Good bit of entertainment. But yeah, so the other thing we were going to talk about today was the team builder article. That, again, not from EA, because EA's not giving us anything. I'm going to put it up in the Discord for you guys. So they gave a good. There's a video they included in this article with what the website used to look like. I'm curious to see if it looks a lot like that again. The initial news on this was that it was going to be very basic, which this article, I feel like, I don't know about you, Joe, but I feel like it doesn't sound basic at all.
Sounds like it's pretty in depth, but it didn't seem like it seemed like it just glanced over everything that it used to do and what they're hoping or assuming it's going to do again.
Right.
Didn't really go into a whole lot of details.
Right.
Which is a bummer. Because I did recall, I actually went back and was looking on my college football 14, and I had created 3 teams. One of them was Saginaw Valley, of course.
Of course. Who are the other 2? I gotta know now. You can't just allude to that and not tell me.
Yeah, you did say you said one.
So the one with Saginaw Valley, I tried creating John Glenn at the time, their conference. So I had like John Glenn, and I had created Standish. And then it looked like I had started working on an Ogama one.
Damn, that's a lot of work.
It actually goes pretty quick on the website.
Oh yeah,
and you can do it in your free time.
The website was a lot of fun.
And this was in 2014, pre-kids.
True. A lot more free time. I did something similar, like I had the entire John Glenn team, and I think I found some conference teams as well and kind of downloaded them. And it was irritating because I feel like I mean, it wasn't that realistically rated, but I feel like I at least somewhat realistically rated, my high school team. And then I downloaded, for example, a Standish team, and they were just 99s across the board.
Oh no!
And it was just a complete pain to play. Like dudes were like making one-handed diving catches, and so yeah, that's because I know the plan right now currently, unless people really don't want it, is to include team builder teams in the league. We're gonna have some stipulations on that though. We're not just gonna let people go wild. The team builder team's gotta suck, if not suck more than the real life schools that are in the game.
We'll immediately be under review.
Yeah, because we do not want people, coming in at an advantage. That wouldn't be fair.
No.
Jarrett's wondering if saying there's rumors that Alaska's rumored to have a school in this league. Thoughts on this? Can neither confirm nor deny, but maybe.
Just go ahead
league.
We'll see what happens.
All I'm saying is I ain't playing any away games if I'm going to.
I'm not playing going to the Tundra.
No, you're coming. You're coming to me.
We'll see how that goes. If we're in a conference, there's got to be home and homes. But yeah, that reminds me too. Yeah, the team builder teams will definitely have to start in group of 5 conferences. Independent. Curious to see. I don't know if putting them in give them an advantage though, so we might just stick with group of 5.
You could lighten your schedule or toughen your schedule depending on how your team is.
Right.
So it could either launch you up on the ratings, or because you're playing cupcakes, or if you knock off some of the lesser top 25 teams, you could slowly climb your way up even quicker than other teams.
Right, which we don't necessarily. Yeah, like I said, we don't want anyone at an advantage right off the bat. Once people start moving around, we'll see what happens. Because I'm sure someone will end up with a crazy good school after year 1 or something. It's EA football. Something goofy's gonna happen. But yeah, getting into this article, like they're talking about logo placement, pride icons, which I'm taking to be like the stickers. So yeah, they're talking about having that. 16,000 head combinations, which is definitely an improvement because in older games, you have like 50 faces.
There's like one head on one body.
And they've been the same for about 15 years.
Yep.
So 70 hairstyles. We'll see.
The shaved head with the big stone jaw, and that was about it.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is a nice little nugget, too, for anyone who does buy Madden this year. It's coming to Madden as well.
Oh, the hairstyles?
Just Team Builder.
So
you can
that's pretty
create
cool.
a team for Madden.
It's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, they're talking about a stadium toolkit.
Yeah, 150 stadiums.
Yeah, with some customization options.
Because if that's the
150
case, I'm gonna build half a dome and see what happens.
half a dome. I have a feeling it won't be in that in depth. 150 stadiums. How I'm taking it is it'll be the 134 schools plus some generic ones. And maybe you can change they're talking about a stadium toolkit here. Maybe you can change the color of the turf.
It'll probably be super basic.
Some
You can
logos,
just color coordinate somebody else's school.
Which I think is technically more than what we had in NCAA 14. I think you were stuck with whatever school, like whatever stadium you chose. Like you had their logos and everything.
Yep, because I'm pretty sure I chose Louisville with Saginaw Valley just because it was Cardinals both ways.
Makes sense, yeah. Them or Ball State would have been, the right choice for that one. But yeah, very excited for Team Builder to be back. If I don't get a Team Builder team in the online dynasty, I'll probably do an offline one with them. Any thoughts, comments on that article?
Off topic. Are they gonna, maybe dumb question, are they gonna have like NIL deal type things in this?
So what I've read is there's no like straight up NIL thing. Like you can't just offer players money.
Mm-hmm.
From the sounds of it, it's gonna be like. From the sounds of it, it's gonna be like a recruiting pitch. If you remember how you had the list of stuff back in 14, like your conference prestige, coach prestige, early playing time. It's gonna be like that, and they're calling it brand exposure, I believe, something like that.
Okay.
Okay. I forget if that was in the deep dive or not. Hell. No. Sure. Nope. Was not in a deep dive, but it's been something that's been reported on a little bit. So yeah, no, that's actually a good question because I've seen no one ask a lot.
Something that was on Twitter.
What'd you say, Jeff?
That might have just been something on Twitter that they talked about.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Matt Brown or someone else.
Q&A with extra points or something like that.
Yeah, which if you don't follow Matt Brown on Twitter, he's a good source of info for this game. He's been kind of on top of it for the last 2 years. So, like when they announced last year or 2 years ago, whenever it was, that they were delaying it to this year, he was the one that reported that. He broke that news.
Yep. My only thing with the Team Builder is I want to see how the crowd experience is. Because obviously with the actual schools, you're going to have the pageantry, the theatrics, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if you can customize any of that stuff. I mean, if you just get a bland school with different colors and it's like, and the crowd sound one way versus the other. I mean, there's a lot you can really put into it.
Yeah. Those sounds, I personally am not expecting to be like able to upload sounds, custom sounds or anything into the game.
I mean, just like if you get better, will your program sound louder?
Yeah, will the stands be louder?
Yeah. And one thing too,
that'd be really cool.
That, and again, I'm not expecting this in game. It would be cool to be able to edit your stadium and actually make it bigger as your program got bigger. Like that's the one thing that I feel like would kind of suck with being at a smaller school in general, is having that smaller stadium. You're kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, maybe if you hit like certain standards, like you get the ability to upgrade it or something like that. When you're
college basketball 2010, you could upgrade all of your facilities, but you couldn't. Like it didn't actually make the stadium bigger. But I mean, honestly, it was ESPN 2K5 with Terrell Owens on the cover. You could actually customize your stadium. So if you had enough money, you could change parts of your stadium.
I think Madden back in that era too, you could create a stadium like that whole stadium creation thing
20 years ago.
Yeah, not now. It'd be great, but maybe someday. K5, that's a classic game. I don't know about you guys. I used to love playing the first-person mode in that. But tried it or not, but it was awesome. Stuck you right in the helmet. NFL 2K5.
Never played it.
You missed out.
I didn't play any of those 2K games.
We're gonna have to get you an emulator, and so you can try it.
I'm down.
I think I have the file. I think I have it downloaded. But yeah, classic game. It's held up as one of like the greatest just football games in general. A lot of people love that game. And it was the last, non-EA football game that came out before EA bought up the NFL license. Kept anyone else from making football games, NFL games. So I think kind of also in that regard, similar to NCAA 14, is kind of, held on a pedestal because it was the last one.
Yeah, that's true. Is it good because it's good, or is it good because it was the last one?
I think it's both, honestly. It was a good game.
Yeah, I remember playing there, and I remember being happy with it.
So, okay. Any other topics you guys want to cover today, or?
Joe?
Who are you gonna pick? Right?
Huh?
Who
Nothing.
are you gonna pick?
I know I'm picking. I'm a little scared. I thought it was a little higher up, so I don't know if I
Yeah,
can.
what do you pick again? You're picking right before me. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you
don't
gotta
know
actually.
if I could say it then. Where are you at,
Um,
Joe?
I'm number 2.
So who are you picking?
I don't know yet. I got a list.
How many people? How many teams are on the list?
I've got it down to about 12.
12. I don't even think my list had 12 people or 12
I got
schools.
one. I got
12.
one on my list.
I think it's like 5 or 6, but it all depends on it. Mine's just the atmosphere. I love listening to the atmosphere during games.
Oh, so you're before we pick, you're gonna play the game and
Oh yeah.
go
And
check
what I'm
this
going
out.
to do is I'm going to probably start a season in one conference, schedule another team in the conference, and then just play 1 week with all the games.
There we go.
That's a good way to go
How
about it.
far? How long after the game comes out does this all start? Like we pick teams and all that.
I mean, we can start picking teams as soon as we know the ratings. Technically, that could start before the game even comes out.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping end of July at the latest.
Okay.
We'll see, how it goes with everyone. Jarrett does have a question. He wants a statement from the man in black about his return to the Boys of Fall League. And I'm assuming he's not talking about me.
How about Joe?
I got nothing
Joe's
but
wearing
light
white.
behind me. This is all my house is right now. Is 4 walls and windows.
I plan on slowly building my team to greatness over, maybe give me 3-4 seasons, and I'll be national championship.
Which also reminds me, I think the longest we ever went in Madden was 6 seasons?
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
I didn't.
I'm hoping
And
that's
after
like the bare
that-
minimum.
Yeah, after that we had the debacle and pretty much everybody was just that's
Oh
it. We're
yeah,
done.
EA ruined the league.
I say, well, Madden deleted the entire thing.
Yeah,
Like years of work.
it's hard to come back from that. Good old EA.
Yeah.
That's why people don't trust EA.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, I guess a couple notes on that too. So it is a league where you can, either build up a school or move on from that school. All in the league info and rules tab right now on Discord. Robbie says, as a guy who's never played in the league, what am I in for?
Pain.
I'll get back
Fun.
to my topic after that. Pain, fun.
Oh, it's like fun.
Fun pain.
Listen, the worst anybody has ever got beat in Madden, I doubt will happen in college.
No, and I do think we're also gonna put in a rule about running up the score on people. We don't need people being assholes.
Yeah. That's only happened to me like twice. Where I'm just like, all right, give it up, you win.
I think
Take
we
a
want
knees.
Probably the same person.
Yep.
like there'll be repercussions if people run up the score. I think. That and I mean so I think the worst game we had was like 100-7 or something like that.
What?
Wasn't it?
No,
Joe?
I think the worst one was 103-3.
103-3. That was close.
Like a user game?
Yeah, AFC Championship game.
To be fair, the player on the losing end was also doing celebrations in the end zone on kick return, and then getting tackled and fumbling.
God, that's insane.
The person in the losing end got squeaked by the wild card and the divisional round games, and then got to the AFC Championship game and was a pig led to slaughter.
Wait, so did that person beat you on the way to that game, Joe? Was that that year, or was it someone else? I forget
No
who it was.
comment.
So, but yeah, so hopefully no scores like that.
I don't remember if I was a wild card or divisional. I was one and Ben was the other. And then
Which
Jarrett,
are both impressive wins. And then, then he just ran into the buzzsaw that is Jarrett. Who wants to hear a statement from the man in white regarding his return to glory? Who wants to know what the store has, or the league has in store for you, Joe?
we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
answer the man.
Tune in. That's all
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
nice.
Put
But
a
yeah,
lot of
so
hours in.
Describe.
we'll put a rule against running up the score because we just don't need people,
I think the
getting down
best
and out about
Madden
it.
game, the best user game of Madden I ever played, I didn't even win. It was against Jarrett, and I only lost by 3.
I remember
I was
that.
so close. I was so close.
I'll
then-
say that I plan on playing this a lot better than Madden because I've been playing college football since 2000, and then when it stopped, that's when I started playing Madden. But I've always liked college better.
We only got into Madden because college football stopped.
It is.
Actually, I think the first iteration of this league was the year after.
Yeah, I think it was
NCAA Madden 15.
Madden 15.
Yeah. On PlayStation 4, there were 4 of us? And one of us threw 60 picks with Russell Wilson.
And there was one that started in the league and was losing by 70 at halftime. And yep.
So, yeah. We've had some
Right here,
interesting
guys.
history. Jarrett wants to know if we're going to see the Carolina Panthers version of Joe.
Dear Lord, I hope so.
That was a bit of a
Oh,
college
okay,
offense
that's a
he
hit.
ran, and it was a pain
That's
in
a
the ass
hit.
to stop.
Yeah,
That offense was a pain in the ass to stop. I remember.
that was a very good offense.
You didn't have Dobbs. You had EJ Manuel as your quarterback, right?
Yep. And Deshaun Jackson running wild.
That was
And then
tough.
the offensive line in my running game was just second to none.
How many seasons in until we get your dad in this show?
I'd have to I don't know. I mean, the man's buying a PS5. He skipped the PS4 completely because it had no college football.
That's what I'm saying. If
There
you
was
just
no
tell him
reason
to
to buy
commit
it.
for, tell him to commit for 1 season. Just see what happens. It'd be so
I'd have
fun
to-
if he just wins. He just wins the whole thing, dude. So
I asked him, I was like, when was the last time you played? He's like, I don't know. A couple weeks ago, I played on Heisman. He said, I think I'm in year 24 of my 4th dynasty. And I was like,
So, and he's played full dynasties, right?
yeah, but no sliders or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, he's
that means-
completed many 30-year dynasties.
Well, no, they were 60 and 14, so that would put him at
Yeah. He
200
completed,
years worth of dynasty mode. And
he
I see the
completed a
14.
30-year dynasty, and they retired him from the school. And they said, no, you're done. And so he left and scheduled that school every year to beat him.
beat him. I'll show you.
I think I'm old.
I still got it.
I'm only 74 walking these sides.
My
But
character hasn't changed one bit.
But yeah,
So the
so
same
running
colic,
back.
I'm like,
But yeah, rounding back, people have struggled before, but we really got to play the game and just improve and kind of take the lumps as they come, because they will. But I mean, even I've struggled at points. There's been games. I think I threw 7-8 picks against Jarrett one game. I just got smoked. So yeah, it happens. So Jarrett wants a statement from the State fan regarding his chances of turning things around and beating. I beat quality opponents. We'll see.
What is he talking about?
Me, I think. I'm the only State fan here, right? Like the only State fan in the league too. It's weird. I think my offense is really built for the college level, so I'm hopeful. Works a lot better than it worked in Madden. Plus, Madden took away all the triple option from their playbooks. There was, I think, in the most recent game, one formation in the pistol that had triple option.
Your fullback's gonna win a Heisman.
Love to have one go for 1,000 yards again.
Yeah, that'll be light work, son. Light work.
So yeah, we got a few rules in store. I've got kind of everything typed out to an extent in the Discord. I'm excited for the extra stuff. Like, we're gonna do a preseason show here, previewing schedules, rosters, and a few extra things like. I mean, I'm always open to feedback, but doing a Hall of Fame, either 2 or 4 players per season getting inducted, and just kind of having that run, like a constant running thing, even if, say, eventually we move on to College Football 26, it's all just like one Hall of Fame. And then doing All-American teams, we can do awards, however we want to go. If people are clipping highlights from their games, we could do highlight shows every week, like highlights from the league.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would also like to. We did this one time in Madden, live streaming. We had 2 people commentating over the Super Bowl. So if we have 2 people playing in, say, like the national championship, or we could do it for conference championship games, we could have people. Again, we could stream it to like Discord, and we could have it streamed to this Twitch channel, and have people commentating it. I think
That'd be
fun. Really
fun.
cool. Yeah. So. I mean, that's all I got for today. Do you guys have any other topics you want to talk about, or?
I'm good.
Okay. No other video game stuff? Fall Guys? Fortnite? Anything?
Yeah, less than a month.
You're just not going to say Hollow Knight? You're just not going to say Hollow Knight?
Trent,
How is Hollow Knight going, Trent?
You could get Hollow Knight on your helmets.
I'm going to get a Hollow Knight tattoo.
You could make that a team.
Hollow Knights.
The Bay City
Sleepy
Hollow Knights.
I like
Sleepy
that.
Hollow Knights. There you go.
That
like
could be your
that.
team. You could be a team builder team.
I like that.
Actually, that does remind me, speaking of team builders, the one thing we're going to have to figure out, because you can only have 134 teams, which means to put in team builder teams, we're going to have to remove teams. So we're going to have to figure out.
Goodbye, Akron.
Not the Zips.
Wasn't good enough for LeBron. Wasn't good enough for the league.
Wheel.
Wheels put the teams that get removed.
Yep.
It'll be teams obviously that
all the
don't
teams
get
on there and spin.
I don't want to remove like the power schools because I'm sure people want to take them. I'm sure.
Yeah, we wouldn't take a Power 5. We could remove group of 5 teams that people haven't picked.
Yeah. So we'll just have to see. And then the other thing I'm considering too is if people join, like say in year 3, if having them start at Power or a Group 5 school, just like everyone else did, and kind of working their way up.
Yeah.
Theoretically, if somebody joined late, couldn't we just take every team's overall average amount and say, all right, these are the teams you can pick from?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
No, struggle.
Jarrett says if we wait 5 minutes, he'll join. So yeah, tell us about Hollow Knight, Trent. How's Hollow Knight going?
Let me tell you something about Hollow Knight. I beat like 5 bosses today, 7-hour stream. My butt hurts, but we're gonna beat the game probably by July.
I saw you got up to 10 viewers.
I did. I got rated. I helped.
Oh, nice.
Who rated you?
Shadow Ninja.
I'm not familiar with him, but
Either.
I saw at one point in time we were like number 5 on the Hollow Knight streamers.
Is that true?
Yeah, on the list. I clicked Hollow Knight on your thing, and like the top guy had a couple, but the thing is as I was looking at them, none of them were actually playing Hollow Knight. Some were playing like Valorant and other games, but they had just kept Hollow Knight as one of their tags.
Oh,
Bunch of posers.
They can't handle how they probably died to a boss 50 times and gave up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, but I'm surprised you've stuck with it as long as you have.
Me too.
it looks
Just
like
because
a
it's
tough
story
game.
mode,
It's
and
that's the
everybody
thing.
says
It's
tough
barely doable.
game.
It's barely doable, which keeps me going.
So it's like close enough where it's like you feel like you're getting close and you want to keep trying, but hard enough where it has you dropping F-bombs.
Yes. 100%.
That's how, like when I played Dead Cells, that's how it get. Because Dead Cells, like if you die, it's Metroidvania, so you go all the way back to the beginning, no weapons, no nothing, and you start bare bones again. So for me, there was always a clock in the bottom corner showing you how long you've been playing each run. So when you get to the final thing and you're about to die, and then you do die, and it's like, hey, you've only been playing for 47 minutes on this run. I was like, that's cool. What are you going to do?
No big
It was
deal.
a waste.
Yeah.
But that first time I beat it, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Look,
That's what I
Have, like,
want. Like
180 hours into the game.
every time I beat a boss, it's like the greatest feeling, and keeps me going. It's like that good tee shot in golf. You know what I mean? Keeps coming back.
I don't know what you
Out
mean
of
on that one.
18.
I suck at golf.
I mean, that's just what people say. I have no idea either.
You only need one out of 18, and then you're hooked.
Yep.
You'll come back again.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Joe? Gonna be streaming anything anytime soon? After the whole house thing. Now that you're getting it all figured out.
Yeah, I'm looking to now that I figured it out. We'll see.
I desperately want you to play Hollow Knight, Jojo. I want to see. I wanted someone to feel my struggle.
I have a lot.
Honestly, I kind of want to see that too.
Yeah, I want to see how if you fly through it or how you do stuff in it.
See, that's the thing is I have a lot of games like that, like the Shovel Knights, the Dead Cells, Hades. But I want to play some of my like RPGs too, like Sea of Stars, Final Fantasy 1. So
yeah,
I got a bunch I can now that I got the capabilities.
Robbie just started. He's never played a story-based game. It's always been sports games or like shooter games. And he's playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. And when I was watching him, play, and it's just
paint dry for him.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing, like the whole first hour of the game is all just like cutscenes. And I'm like, you're watching a movie. He's like, it feels like it.
Yeah,
but it's good though.
Like I got no problem. Like I've been playing Wargroove lately, which is like a tactical game. And so you get your pieces or whatever, and you got your enemy's pieces, and they move and they have different vulnerabilities and strengths and stuff. So it's not bad. It's kind of like Advance Wars.
I'm also, I mean, Elden Ring's hot topic right now.
Advance Wars.
Yeah. On the Game Boy. Used to love it. Sorry, you're talking Elden Ring, Trent?
Yeah, Elden Ring's a hot topic right now because of the new DLC. And I mean, I just can't imagine. That's one game I'm like, I want to play it, but I'm super scared because I don't know if I'm that good.
I mean, you're playing Hollow Knight and you're struggling through that, so
I know, but
you can play the struggle games, I think.
I need like a mostly broken controller that I can let out some aggression.
Throw around.
Like, yeah, I got this giant beanbag chair. Yeah, I got this giant beanbag chair, but if I had like a kind of broken controller, I would just toss it down and every so.
Maybe throw some padding on your walls.
Ooh, that would help.
Just give you a good target.
Yeah. People tune into the stream and just think I'm crazy. I'm just in a straight jacket.
Have to add like a swear jar thing to your stream if you can.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be funny. I gotta put
like people can do a command and it just
yeah. Should do that. It'd be fun.
This is a long 5 minutes for Jarrett.
I mean, it's been longer than 5 minutes.
My computer's about dead.
Oh. Okay. Any other topics we want to cover tonight, or are we ready to call it the first inaugural BFN stream?
When are we doing this again?
The channel. When the next deep dive comes out.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Joe?
I'm gonna try streaming once I get situated and set up over there. Which these next 3 days, when we're not even in this house, I'm gonna be setting up a lot of stuff over there, so getting it all ready. That way, hopefully, day one we just plug in the internet cable and say, "Let's go."
Go.
I got a countdown, people. My phone tells me every day.
All needs to be done.
Discord says 20-something days left. It's got to be done.
I had to put the countdowns in there, and then I realized recently too. It's like I should have the early release in there as well.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Now let's all leave. Quick, let's all leave.
He's got to turn his camera on. That's a requirement. Oh God. What do you have to say, Jarrett? What do you have to say for yourself?
Those are some good questions being asked in the chat.
Yeah, I would say so. And on the very end of this podcast.
Trent, how are we feeling back in the league?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. Like I said, I wasn't when all this started happening. I was like, I'm gonna play. wasn't that excited, but then Kyle's got me hyped up. Joe's got me hyped up. I'm excited now. If anybody takes my team, though, I'm out.
What, the Bay City University Hollow Knights?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's my secondary team. No one would take that one either.
Yeah, God, if this game sucks, people are gonna be pissed at me.
Like, Rank's about to drop like $70 on this game.
I've been hyping it up like crazy. This will be worse than the whole GTA fiasco with Joe.
There'll be multiple people, not just one.
Yeah.
I
might have to keep, I'll have to keep
Get
a watch
security.
out. Yeah. Get a bodyguard.
I'm gonna request $70 on Venmo from you.
What about you, Jarrett? What are your thoughts on how you feeling about the return of the game in the league?
I got my recruiting started. I got my playbook already picked out. I know we're all gonna start out a little shaky with these sliders being difficult, but I think it'll be for the best. I think it'll be a good league. I don't see a lot of domination in this league. I think everybody's gonna be fighting for recruits. It'll be fun, and then you kind of just adapt with that.
So of course you're DMing the recruits already.
Yep.
Yeah, is that against the rules?
He's gonna be rules. He's DMing, Aiden Childs at Michigan State, trying to get him to transfer.
Arch Manning's in his DMs.
He was in the game. He's actually one of the few that's not going to be in the game.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I think I got a couple teams picked out, and maybe a team builder team. I don't know.
What's Jarrett's pick? What's your pick, Jarrett?
5, I think.
5.
So I know Tony. Who Tony's probably gonna pick. I don't know about my brother.
Tony's put some thought into it, huh?
Not really. His pick was kind of original for the state of Michigan.
Oh, it's like CMU.
One of the directionals.
Yeah. One of the directionals.
I think he said he probably is just gonna go with CMU, but
fair. Fire up, Chips.
Trent, what is your? Do you have like a diehard team you root for that you're hoping to get?
No, I root for Michigan, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
You said if you don't get your team, you're gonna be mad. I didn't know if you had like a.
Oh no, not like really. Just a team that I like. More recently.
Recently, okay.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
One thing I actually will be interesting to see is to see where people move. Because obviously, Michigan won't open up after year 1. So it's like, what mid-tier Power 5 schools will people end up with? And then do they build those or do they move on after that?
In a senior-laden class, dominate.
I don't see myself.
Just leave.
God. What were you gonna say, Trent?
I don't see myself like if I pick a team, I'm sticking with that team the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Unless they fire me.
I don't think that'll happen.
Can we get fired?
I'm assuming so, honestly, yeah.
We've had coaches get fired in Madden before.
Did we? I know the person who threw 60 interceptions with Russell Wilson once came very close. Because I think he won one game, and it was like week 15 or 16.
I think
saved his job. Happens every year.
He was sitting there like, I think I'm going to get fired, guys. It's like, you might. You haven't won yet.
So, well, are we going to have it open where, let's say you go like 11-1 or 11-2 your first season, and then like Michigan opens up and you get an offer. Are we going to let people just jump right away and just build like a crazy, or are we going to have like rules against that?
I mean, I'm assuming they won't get that offer right away, but that's a good question.
It is random, but I don't know. It would suck if.
Because I feel like even in NCAA 14, that didn't necessarily happen that way, but
it shouldn't. But it is EA, so
right.
Cause a separation real quick.
Yeah, that would really suck for our league to be separated that quick, but it could have. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's one thing if it's like, just using Michigan as an example because they're easy. If Michigan has like a down year and wins one game, it's one thing, but Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. It's kind of, I mean, it's the first time around, and until we find out more, I've kind of assumed a lot of it'll work like NCAA 14. But we'll have to see and find
Like,
out.
are we gonna do like a little carousel thing? Like, if you have offers, you have to get on stream and make your pick about who you're changing schools to or something.
We have to see how the coaching carousel works for that one, I think, because we haven't seen that yet. This is why. I mean, this is one of the things I'm frustrated about. It's been.
You're gonna have to look at all this in early access. Like, you're gonna have to go.
It's literally been more than 3 weeks since they gave us a deep dive, and I've been itching for news every week, except last week because I assumed it was gonna be Madden.
Yeah, we're well aware of your obsession right now.
I'm like that Dave Chappelle skit. All right. Oh, Joe just walked away. I'm fresh out of topics for tonight. I don't know about you guys. Oh, well,
Yeah,
Robbie actually has a comment or question. Do you guys have any tips for picking schools?
Yes. Well, to start out, Robbie, you want to pick a school that you like their uniforms, you like their stadium, and they have at least a good quarterback, wide receiver, running back, at least to start out with. That will get you started out okay in this league. If you're somebody who doesn't care about that stuff, or at least the ratings of your players, then just go for stadium. And they have a tradition, or if they have like a trophy game or something.
Yeah, because keep in mind we are starting with shitty schools, so good is going to be relative and crappy the schools are.
By good, I don't mean good. When I say good, I just mean like potential. Maybe you want to pick a team with a young quarterback to start out who has some speed or a great arm, and you think you can develop him for 3 years or something.
Hope he doesn't transfer.
Or if he doesn't transfer, because that's going to be in this game. Which would mean you'd probably have to give him a lot of snaps. Unless he balls out, maybe he just leaves because your school sucks. That would suck. But yeah, that's the potential of it.
Yeah, some of it's really tough to say until they actually give us info on Dynasty mode.
In that case, you'd have to develop a backup more. If you're smart about it, you play your backup sometimes too to get them up in case your quarterback leaves for a better school in the transfer portal. So it's kind of strategic. You can't just like in Madden how we just sign the best players and cheat the contracts. This is more like
trades.
Your guy could leave because he gets an offer from Alabama, and you're like, "What the heck? I played you every game all season."
I think people will be able to convince people to stay too, though.
Yeah, but
they used to in 14.
We're talking about CMU, and then you have a stud wide receiver, and how are you going to talk him into staying versus LSU or something? You're really not.
Well,
unless they put it
all works.
The good news is with us starting with smaller schools, it'll probably be harder, or it'll probably be less often that we'll have our backups leaving. It'll be more so trying to talk the starters into staying. But if they've played to their full potential and they're still older at that time, then we'd probably be having to talk them from going to the pros rather than jumping to another school. But it's going to be hard to say.
And
Next man up.
You'll have the opportunity to take whoever's leaving from the bigger schools as well.
So hopefully they have it so you can look into the transfer portal and take people from it, which is nice to balance out your roster as well. But yeah, the tricky part comes with losing players you don't even think about. So you kind of have to think about that all the time. Is I could lose this guy, so.
And from what I've heard, it'll warn you if a player's considering leaving. Like it'll tell you. From what I'm hearing.
I like too that because in college you can't, like in our Madden leagues, you can just load your roster and then have the contracts that was going to screw it all up in 2-3 years. Well, our dynasty would be over by then. So it never,
yeah, people never considered it.
Never mattered. The seasons are going to be shorter. We're going to get through more of them, and guys are going to graduate. So you better recruit.
Yeah, you got to always keep on recruiting, Robbie. If you stop recruiting, that's when your team falls apart. That's probably the biggest advice.
That maybe spend the week or two, however long, before we start kind of play the game, figure out what style, like how you like to play, and then kind of look into recruiting build towards that.
And if you don't understand it, you can always ask somebody. Like, I don't get recruiting. How do you do it? Like,
we like competition, so we're willing to help out.
Probably be streaming a lot of it too.
yes.
That's another thing. Watch how everyone else plays. Kind of pick up, things from what they do, and then it also gives you an insight how they play for when you play them.
Yeah, don't run the same plays all the time. You'll get eaten up in this league.
That's another thing to consider too. Is if we do a play limiter, they have that in Madden. We could do that if we want. If you call play too many times, like too quickly, it'll kind of lock it for a bit. We never did it in Madden. We could.
Well, like, I don't know if he's watching, but like if Ben stat pads as good players, he has a potential of losing them the next year. So he might have to. I mean, he's probably not going to care, but.
Well, plus the wear and tear factors into that as well.
I mean, that would be nice if.
I think Ben said they have it in Steven's Madden League.
They do, but it's only like one every 3 plays, and then he can run his drags again, or I don't know what his stats. Yeah, I don't know what his stats were in Steven's league, but I watched him play.
Inflated. They were still somewhat inflated, so.
I mean, he knows the plays, so.
Yeah, and it is EA football, so it's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be that one thing that just works way better than it should.
That's still coveraging, though. That might change it up some, too.
Yeah, I'm hoping a little bit of this stuff. Because they were saying passing is a little more difficult and running is a little better. I'm hoping, but they've said that before.
I would say that would suit some of us better than others.
Maybe.
Us John Loop graduates. John Loop Field graduates, I mean.
We like running the football. That reminds me, the wing tee is going to be in the game. I don't know if there's going to be a full house variant, but it's in the game. It's going to be in my playbook. I'll tell you that now.
Have to. At least one play, just for old time's sake.
Whether it works or not is, I don't know.
Irrelevant. It's like, I was this guy on this play.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes. And I'm interested to see if we have if we get players who plays and how that goes. That's why I very much want to do, like, user awards, because I know obviously the games have always done, like nationwide awards for every player, including CPU teams, but I just want to do like user team stuff too. More engagement.
What do you mean? User awards?
Like how we were talking about earlier, the Hall of Fame thing, and then All-American teams. Then if we want to go beyond that, we can. Yeah. Stuff people can vote on. Can other user teams recruit players from your team? I think only if they enter the transfer portal. I don't think you can actually reach out to players before that.
No, that would be too intricate.
Tampering.
No tampering.
But yeah, the game won't let you do that.
Not even in the league, and Rob's trying to cheat.
It's like, whose players can I steal? Ben's receiver's got 2,000 receiving yards. Let's get him.
Yeah, he's got to be good.
These guys like to run, so their receivers are open. Good to know.
And that's the one thing too. It's like, the players will conform to your play style. Like if you run the ball a lot, your receivers are going to probably want to transfer. You're going to have a harder time recruiting receivers.
So either you balance it out, or you build a running team, or you build just an air raid offense.
There's a reason Georgia Tech only has one really great receiver in their history.
Correct. If you want the good ones, you're gonna probably have to pass more, but then your run game's gonna be a little more shotgunny.
But them engineers know how to ramble and wreck all the way down the field, man.
Yeah, not you just want to know if people. Yeah, like I said, it'll probably be once the transfer portal opens, and from what I've heard, you'll know if a player wants to transfer, and you'll have the opportunity to convince him to stay.
Keep an eye on the news articles. They'll usually, that's where they always used to post news around the country. It was on those little tidbits. Yeah.
And I think we'll probably make announcements to be engaged. Kyle wants to be engaging, so if somebody loses a good player or something,
Maybe bring back daddy leagues as well. If they
it'll be
have a
made
function
apparent.
for CFB. Because the website was fun. But yeah. I mean, we do have a news tab in the Discord, right? I did get that one, I think.
Yes.
Anything else you got, Jarrett?
Not yet, because we don't know too much.
Jarrett, first game you're playing, what team are you going to use?
First game I play, like just to see it out.
Yep.
I will probably use who was it? I'll probably just do a classic game like Texas versus Texas Tech or something. Yeah.
Who you got, Kyle?
My tradition with college football and Madden has always been rivalry games. So yeah, I'll be taking Michigan State and trying to upset Michigan.
Excellent. Trent, who you got?
I will probably immediately start a road to glory and see what I can do from there.
All right.
Road to Glory does sound fun. That's a whole nother topic we didn't really get into tonight. But
is Robbie talking right now? Was he the one asking questions?
No,
Yes,
I was just asking those.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this,
no, he said not cheating, just didn't know if people could take. No, I was just kidding, Robbie.
Yeah, if anybody's wondering, what I'll probably do, is I'll play a game. I'll probably see what the audibles are like and the hot routes, and then I'm gonna see what the defensive stuff's like. Because that, like Trent, that's a big difference in users is when you can figure out like how to disguise your coverage or user better, then you just offense kind of flows whether or not you want it to or not, but defense is what makes people better. So I'll probably spend more time thinking about defense, and then I'll probably just hop into the like the franchise and just see all this stuff to it and see what recruiting's like. To be honest,
that's kind of beta. The disguising coverages is pretty cool. So.
That'll be my path of probably playing the game before we even start, and then I'll probably build my playbook too.
My first thing I'm doing is going to Doak Campbell.
Oh, nice.
I gotta hear Florida State going.
That's the team. Jarrett's thing.
No, that's the team. That's the team I might want to take over at the end. But I was telling my brother Justin, I said I don't know if I can handle the chant for like 20 times a game.
Right.
It'll be
like every first down. It is a lot.
It'll be like the Viking horn from the Vikings games in Madden.
Yes.
All the fucking time.
Yeah, the Steelers siren on third downs too.
Oh, that too. That was horrible.
That stuff annoys me. So I don't know if I love their tradition of the spear into the 50-yard line. Like I love all the tradition stuff, but
that's
the stadium too. But that would annoy me.
As I said, one game.
Like Justin for sure is gonna do Penn State because they already got Obama in there and everything. So
what's that? Like, the whiteout games, yeah.
That's his goal. That's his goal. I'm sure his last team to play us.
Being in a league with a bunch of Michigan fans, I'm curious to see who gets Michigan.
Well, Drew Harding's gonna try to as fast. He's like probably the diest hard Michigan ever.
I'm not going there.
I wouldn't mind it, but I might want to mix it up. Just let somebody else take Michigan.
See, my biggest problem with playing with them, and always has been the same thing. They're the team I watch on TV. They're the team I listen to all the time.
Yeah,
they're the team that I'm always surrounding it. And so when you're just playing the same schools, it's like there's no fun here. There's no experience. Like what? Okay, especially back in the day, it's like okay, we beat them on the TV. Now I beat them on the TV. Like
yeah, correct.
Like I used to start with. Hopefully Travis is asleep. I used to start with Army, schedule them as an independent because Navy was in the conference. So I'd take Army and I would schedule 12 non-conference games and play all the like 25 to 20 range teams and then work my way up. And then, build it up and then get recruited to go somewhere else. And,
I'm clipping
learn the new tradition.
Stream and sending it to him.
Only because they weren't in a conference. Navy was in a conference.
Oh, playing as an independent was fun. I did that with UMass for one dynasty. It was a lot of fun.
What's the rule on that?
On
Can users
conferences?
can users choose an independent school? Like
I
once
want to say yeah. Because I mean UMass is in the MAC now. I don't know if that's this year they're starting or not, but they're in the MAC. I'm not sure what
He's in the
schools are
American.
independent.
well, one of my teams, if it like Florida State, obviously, but like Notre Dame, I saw their helmet design in this game and it looks amazing, like the gold helmets. That's a team I've always thought about trying to take on.
Oh, UConn. Yeah, UConn will probably be the school. But yeah, I mean, because custom conferences are a thing, we can move around.
That's
It's
true.
UConn, UMass, and Notre Dame. Those are the only three.
Army's still listed on Wikipedia. But yeah, I think so. It must be next year that UMass joins the MAC.
But I think my top three are probably Florida State, Notre Dame, and Tennessee. I love Tennessee's checkerboard end zones. Absolutely love them.
I've got a list of like mid-tier schools I'd want to move to too. Michigan State's actually not on my list at all to move, so Travis can have them.
Hey, same reasoning then, Kyle?
I mean, somewhat, but it's just fun to use other schools. Kind of explore the other traditions. Like I know Michigan State so well, I can recite their. So, no, it's like it'd be cool to maybe take like Northwestern, try to build them up, or going over to, the Pac-2. We can call it Oregon State, because I mean Oregon State has a solid-looking stadium. They have really cool uniforms. Like that'd be a fun one.
Oh yeah, out there in Corvallis. I used to love playing as Oregon State. Benny DeBeaver.
Plus, we just stole their coach, so.
People used to make fun of me, but that's how I learned my geography so fast when I was a kid. Was all the state colleges were in the capitals, so I learned where all of them played, and I was like, oh, I know the capitals, like every state.
Works. But yeah, we'll see. If I do a team builder team, I probably will not move unless I'm finding it super hard to build and compete.
Yeah, you'll put all that time into making them, so yeah, it makes sense.
That's the hard thing that I'm trying to decide between. I'm probably not going to do a team builder on this dynasty, but
I don't really want to either on this dynasty.
No,
But
and I get it because I don't think they'll have like the pageantry real schools will have.
Right. I got to see what schools have what. I mean, Virginia Tech not having Enter Sandman is a killer.
Fortnite got it.
Right.
Yep.
Fortnite and Epic Games got it, but college football couldn't. You can't tell me you're cheap without telling me. Like, come on.
$1 billion company.
Yeah, that is pathetic. That's not good.
Fortnite got a number of their songs.
Epic was just not the cash.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all I got for tonight.
Sounds good.
Any last comments?
Bring your A game.
All right, cool.
We learned something.
Solid first stream. Yeah, hopefully we get a deep dive this week and we can talk a little bit about that later. See how it goes. Fun fact, I did also just go ahead and create a YouTube channel for this as well, so I'm going to upload this there as well.
Oh, there we go.
That one is actually called Boys of Fall Network. I couldn't change the Twitch, I could change the YouTube.
We'll change it eventually.
Yeah, it's going to make us wait a month. But yeah, that's
The
it
good
for
old
tonight.
BFM.
So, Jarrett, thanks for asking a lot of questions. Questions are good as well.
Rob.
Yeah, some good ones. Yeah, we'll flesh more out as we find out more. And that's it for tonight.